So lastly, for our evening look, we're just going to do some finishing touches with some cheeks, a little bit of contouring and a little bit of highlight. So very simple and just perfect to finish off the look. So I'm firstly going to take pressed base, but this time I'm going to use one shade lighter than we used earlier on Christina. So we're going to use the Golden Dark. And what we're going to do is I'm going to use the angled blush. So it's a nice small brush, and you've got that angle so you can get right into the contour of the cheek and do it really gently, and then you know exactly where it's going and you're not going to put it in the wrong place. So the easiest way is to ask someone to suck in their cheeks and then you can see exactly where the line should go. So just taking it right underneath and blending downwards. You want to keep this quite subtle, obviously, because it's, you know, just for going out. You don't want anyone to see any discernible lines. And then I'm going to take a little bit just on the jawline, just slightly underneath. And what this does is it increases the shadow very slightly and just gives a little bit of strength to the jawline. Again, we've just gone one shade darker, so don't go in with really dark shades. And the other thing we're doing is, because we're trying to create a shadow, you want it to be matte, so it actually draws in like a shadow. So if you try and use bronzer for it, and your bronzer's got a sheen in it or a glitter through it, it's going to have the opposite effect. So it's better to do it with a base or something, or a matte bronzer, rather than try and use something with shine inside. And I'm just going to do a little bit on the forehead and the temples. So next I'm just going to use my blush brush, and I'm going to use this really nice sort of nude colour. It's called Innocent. So not too strong, but again, just sculpting the cheeks a little bit. So with this one we're going to take onto the apples. So we're going to do a little smirk face again. And you can just take it right at the bottom. And it's going to add its own contour, you know, which is fine because of the colour of this blush. You don't want to try and be, you know, adding a cheekbone contour with something that's really bright, because it looks a little bit dated and a little bit stripy. Now, just thinking for evening, you can go a little bit stronger in the cheek than you can for daytime, because, you know, typically you're going to be out somewhere, maybe in low lighting, and so you don't want to look washed out, and especially for pictures. It's really important that you don't look washed out when someone uses a flash somewhere. That's our blush. And then lastly, we're going to use a little bit of shimmer with one of our shimmer bricks. We've got two, and this one is called Luster. So it's really beautiful. You can swirl all the colours together, you can use them separately. It's a great travel product. You can also use it for eyeshadows. I also use it for sometimes on the Cupid's bow on the lips. So we can pop a little bit of that on so we can see how that looks too. So just taking our angled blush brush that we used before, and I'm just going to swirl the colours together. And then I'm just going to take it down onto the top of the cheekbone, so you get a little bit of colour but also some nice sheen that just catches the light a little bit. And you can take it round onto the forehead as well, around the side here and on the other side. And if I use a small brush, I can take just one of the colours, one of the pinkier ones, and I'm just going to pop it right above the Cupid's bow here. And it's just going to add a little bit more depth to that colour. And it's just going to catch the light and make the lips look really nice and full. And then lastly, not forgetting our hydration mist. So just setting the makeup and keeping the skin nice and hydrated. So that's our finished evening look.